at this point, I've been in sales and business for over a decade, coming up on 12 years. So it definitely is something when you look back and you realize, the amount of work, the amount of, again, prospects you sat in front of, the amount of hours you put in, especially if that's an important pillar, which for me it was. I've always believed in outworking everybody. Again, sounds arrogant or whatever else. I just think that's an important pillar to control. If you can control that, you're already ahead of most people. When you do all of that, yes, you do have to have some things in place to maintain your own sanity, right? I heard from my first mentor, work harder on yourself than you do on your job or business. And I think that always stuck with me. And that was an important pillar. So I work harder on myself than I do on anything else. I hold myself to higher standards than I do my team, my clients, anybody else in the world, my family, friends, whatever else. Marcus Aurelius has an amazing quote, which I love, could be one of my favorite all-time quotes. It's so short and so simple, but it's so beautiful. And he says, be strict with yourself and tolerant with others. It's such an important quote. I just love it. That basically simplifies my nature in the shortest sentence. I couldn't even come up with that. Right? It's almost like he basically summed up who I am. So I believe in being strict with myself at the highest levels. I mean, holding myself to ridiculous standards. You would probably think, not you, but the average person would probably think is ridiculous, right? I hold myself to extreme standards and I believe in that. And I think that allows me to be at my best optimally, mentally, physically. To me, it's about having it all. To me, it's about building real wealth, which is meaningful relationships, meaningful experiences, having that freedom, right? That's real wealth, not just chasing a number or just chasing money. And this is super controversial, but I want to share this because I love saying something and I hear most people be like, oh no, that's not real. I personally think that you should strive for perfection in all areas. And people think, well, that's crazy because, you don't want to be a perfectionist or all this language that we've been told, which is, in my opinion, all BS. But, people say, oh, you don't want to strive for perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. Sure, it doesn't matter. To me, it could be something that I chase my entire life and I never reach. But the pursuit of that thing is the beautiful part, right? Who I become in that process. It's not what you're getting. It's who you're becoming in that process. That's the beautiful thing. So yes, I want a perfect relationship with my fiance. And I do have one, by the way. I could proudly say that. I want a perfect relationship with my parents and my family, right? I want a perfect relationship with my team. I want a perfect business. I want to be in perfect health. I want to have perfect discipline. This is a quote. I think it was General George S. Patton. It's a military quote. He said, you want to strive for perfect daily discipline in all things. I think that's the way he said it. Is that crazy? Sure. Is that, overreaching? Sure. But I'd rather overreach than underreach, right? I mean, I'm looking to pursue my potential. And so the point is, I hold myself to stricter standards than anyone or anything else. And I genuinely strive for perfection in all areas, mentally, physically, business-wise, relationships, and so on. And I think in that pursuit, you're always on purpose. You're always happy and excited. I'm always grateful every single day. At the same time, I'm never satisfied. I can't be satisfied. And I know that's going to be a lifelong journey. Always grateful, never satisfied.